Okay, I thought I would let people know how I installed the Raceworks fuel pressure regulator adapter. I did grease it up and everything. I ran out of patience, so I put a bar on it and hammered it down. It's not recommended, but anyways, this lipped end, that is your fuel feed to FPR. The other side, there is a 1/8, I think NPT, whatever it is, hole there. I have capped that off. Obviously use Loctite on everything, otherwise you'll get a leak. So that you can run your return back to there, back to that one in there, that fitting. I don't think I can get my camera in there well. There is a barb, oh yeah, you can see it just there, where my finger is, barb below the fuel rail. The return, so that's your return on there. That's the end I capped off on here because there are two holes for fittings. That's your feed, that's your return. Basically, this is your feed, the one I'm rotating. That's your return. The bottom, that goes directly down to the return line. The only problem is that is restrictive. That is restrictive. What I've done is I've actually pulled the hose off that barb there because it's, what is it, 5/16. So yeah, quite a bit more flow. I've then put a joiner in, run some more line. You can go under the car and just pull it off there and run a 5/16 the whole way. I just decided to join it just to use up the hose that's already there. That goes to the bottom of your adjustable FPR. That's a return. That's a return. I've bypassed that entirely. I've blocked that off. Nothing will leak out there because it's just directly from that straight to that barb. So I've left that open. The pressurized fuel rail won't matter for that. Anyways, that's your feed. Yeah, not quite neat. That's just for my, it's a map sensor there for a boost gauge. Your feed, side of the FBR, that's kilograms per centimeter squared, so 4.1 I think kilograms per centimeter squared is 4 bar. So I've set it around there. What you do is you start your car, you pull this off, you pull that off, start your car, undo that the whole way, the bottom one. Top ones for adjustment, you adjust that so you get to, you know, 4 bar or 4.1 kilogram per centimeter squared, roughly 4.08 I think to be exact. You adjust that and then you put your vacuum line back on the fuel pressure regulator. Sorry, I'm holding my phone with one hand. That's how you have it. Vacuum, I think. Actually, it won't matter. Yeah, I've got my catch can there. You can actually get a boost reading. Your map sensor, obviously, your engine wouldn't know how much air is flowing without a map sensor. So I've got a power tune dash. That is going in, and what the power tune can do is map sensor reading, obviously from your intake manifold, minus 14.5 or whatever 1 bar is, that gets you boost because it reads in absolute atmospheric pressure, so you need 14.5 psi for not negative, just for relative 0 psi. Anything above that is boost, so the power tune can do that. I've got this for a secondary gauge as well that I'm hooking up. It's just a SAS one. What else am I doing? Okay, I had this set up on my last car, so I know how to do it. I've cut the old O2 sensor wiring loom. I've put the 4.9 wideband O2 sensor, just got it up here. It's your narrowband harness. Again, I'm not going to use that again, so it doesn't matter. That is your wiring. I forget what is what. I'll have to look it back up again. I can then hook it up to these, my Spartan 3, and that can go to my gauge. That is everything. Oh, and then I'll have a HDI boost controller. The issue is I can't set gain or anything on it. It is closed loop, but I can't actually adjust how fast I want it to ramp. I might get another boost controller just so I can get the turbo to ramp in less aggressively. Bone stock silver top, 220,000 Ks, not even valve springs. I do want to keep torque off the low end, otherwise, yeah, goodbye con rods. Yeah, basically the bottom ends, the con rods folding is too much cylinder pressure, lower RPM. You'll want to basically make your power as high in the RPM range as possible. That saves your motor. Other than that, I think this should be cool.